Man in the world?
That's very simple. It's Usain Bolt. He is the fastest runner on the planet, setting the world record for the shortest 100 meters sprint time of 9.58 seconds.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
AI Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
I've been curious. Who exactly is the youngest swimmer in the world?
Oh, I'll tell you. Alzen Tarek, age 10, is the youngest and fastest swimmer in World Championships history. Tarek has been swimming competitively since the age of 4.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I'm glad I wowed you.
You're listening to Sports in a Jiffy on our Impact Radio 102.1 FM Lagos.
Sports in Jiffy right here on Impact Radio 102.1 FM. Friday edition of the show today, the last edition of the show for this working week and also the penultimate week in the month of March here, 2025. 21st day today, citizens. I hope you're well. I hope you're blessed and welcome to that place where I get to serve you to fast or the facts, making it compact or listening pleasure. Bulk of the talks on the show today definitely be about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We'll be going into action against the Amavubis of Rwanda. Don't forget that historically, it's been said that the Super Eagles have not won a game against Rwanda in the last 20 years that we've been meeting. Well, history is not on our side, but we hope that the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be able to do everything to write that history later today. The game will be going down, and of course, a win for the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be giving us that ginger that we need to go into the next game that will be played against Zimbabwe. Thanks, Stars. The game that went down yesterday between Benin Republic and Zimbabwe also ended in a 2-2 draw, which means what? Advantage Super Eagles. Other talks, of course, and we already know by the way right now that Japan are now the first country to qualify for the FIFA World Cup 2026. Of course, they got that 1-goal win yesterday night. A couple of other international matches were also played yesterday. Another matches will be going down later today. Plenty of thoughts on the show this morning. Ayodeji Ajiboye is my name, and I tell you, absolute honor to be your host on the show, taking you through the nitty-gritty of all of the major stories. Don't forget that early just this morning, I'll be serving it to you in bits and in pieces, and I'll be back here later this evening between 5 p.m. down to 6 p.m. To serve you more talks on the Sport Up Show. 1 hour of banter, 1 hour of reach, 1 hour of views, reviews, and all of the interviews just the way you like it. And to the switch of the back of the net right now, let's get the show on the road. We start with us coming through from other sports this morning, but away from their own front. And in the world of Formula 1, the Chinese Grand Prix definitely will be taking center stage this weekend. And let me remind you that Lewis Hamilton has now taken his first pole with Ferrari in the sprint race that went down earlier this morning. Quickly bringing you the update right there where Lewis Hamilton took his first pole position for Ferrari as he headed sprint qualifying for the Chinese Grand Prix. Hamilton beat Red Bull's Max Verstappen by 0.018 seconds as McLaren's challenge faded around the Shanghai circuit, and we start Saturday's sprint race from the front. Oscar Piastri was third and Lando Norris, winner of the season opening race in Australia last weekend, sixth behind Ferrari's Charles Leclerc and Mercedes George Russell. Norris had appeared to be on target to take the sprint role with a blistering first sector time on second run, but brake too late for the hairpin at the end of the long back straight and ran wide, forcing him to abort the lap. Mercedes Andre Kim Antonelli was seventh ahead of Racing Bull's Yuki Tsunoda, Williams Alex Albon, and Aston Martin's Lance Stroll. And away from Formula 1 right now, straight into the world of tennis. This morning, where Coach Vladimir Platinek says his very brief partnership with Emma Raducanu ended because the Briton was feeling stressed and under a lot of pressure. Platnick, who told newsmen he was absolutely surprised but not angry when the 22-year-old called off the arrangement after only 2 weeks. The conversation took place after 10 days of training and on the eve of the British number 2's first round match at the Miami Open yesterday. Platnick said Raducanu's father, Ian, with whom he exchanges messages from time to time, asked him at the end of last month whether he could recommend a coach. His daughter had been without a permanent coach since Nick Cavender stood down for health reasons in January. Platnick explained that he initially suggested someone else's name, but was soon back in touch when his partnership with New Zealander Lulu Son came at an unanticipated end. The 48-year-old promptly boarded a flight to Indian Wells and arrived on site before Raducanu's defeat by Miyuki Uchima of Japan, and said he was surprised by the way Emma was walking. And away from that, straight to the ATP this morning, Djokovic says he disagrees with parts of the lawsuit brought against tennis governing bodies by the Players Union he co-founded. On Tuesday, the Professional Tennis Players Association (PTPA) filed papers criticizing the schedule, ranking systems, and controls over image rights. The association is unhappy with the prize money formula designed by the ATP and WTA tours, says the unsustainable 11-month schedule and invasive searches for personal devices. PTPA claims this is a collusion between the tours and the tournaments, which suppresses competition in tournaments and may artificially restrict prize money. Record 24-time Grand Slam winner Djokovic confounded the PTPA in 2020 with Canadian Vasek Prosipil, but he's not among the 12 players as plaintiffs along the PTPA. Djokovic insisted he does not want to cause a rift in tennis despite his union taking all of the actions. Both the ATP and WTA Tour have defended their record, pointing to the prize money and security they offer players. And yesterday, world number 3 Carlos Alcaraz said he did not support the legal action, partly because he was not informed that he would be quoted in the lawsuit. In basketball this morning, Giannis Antetokounmpo scored 28 points as Milwaukee Bucks defeated the depleted Los Angeles Lakers 118-89 points in the Western Conference. Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves sat out the game with spiraled ankles, joining Lakers' long injury list that includes starters LeBron James and Rui Hachimura. Lakers head coach J.J. Redick was also without key reserve Dorian Finney and Jared Vanderbilt for the first of the Bucks. Antetokounmpo recorded 7 rebounds and 4 assists, while Gray Trent Jr. added 23 points off the bench to guide the Bucks to their only third win in 8 games. Kelly Kumza also had 20 points for the Bucks as they swept the season series, having also beaten the Lakers 126-106 8 days ago in Milwaukee. Bronny James, son of the legend LeBron, scored a career-high 17 points and 5 assists as he reached double figures for the first time in 22 NBA games, and was the third time the 20-year-old had played in the last straight games during the rookie season. The Bucks will next travel to Sacramento Kings, while the Lakers will be welcoming the Chicago Bulls. Taking more stories coming through from the NBA this morning. Golden State Warriors star Stephen Curry was ruled out in the second half of earlier this morning's 117-114 win over the Toronto Raptors because of a pelvic contusion while driving in the paint with 3 minutes 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Curry went up in the air and collided with the 2 Raptors players while passing the ball to Jonathan Kuminga for a corner 3-point attempt. Curry fell out to the court on his back. He remained on the floor in pain while training staff looked after him. He gingerly walked up the court under his own power, sitting down on the Warriors bench before eventually leaving for the locker room. Warriors coach Steve Kerr said after the game that Curry was getting an MRI. Draymond Green said it was a scary moment when Curry went down, and the Warriors don't play again, starting a 6-game road trip in Atlanta on Saturday. And away from that, right now, straight into the world of football this morning, bringing you the latest updates coming through from the sizzling world of football. Let me quickly bring you the result from the game that went down between Denmark and Portugal yesterday, where Denmark were 1-0 winners over Portugal, with Rasmus Højlund getting on the score sheet. And guess what? He had to do the seal celebration. Rasmus Højlund defended the celebration after coming off the bench to score the winner for Denmark against Portugal, saying he wasn't mocking his idol, Cristiano Ronaldo. The Manchester United 4 produced a calm finish from Andres Kov Olsen's cross to secure the win in the first leg of their Nations League quarterfinal. He marked the strike by doing Portugal Ronaldo's Swiss celebration, and when speaking with newsmen, he said it was not a mock or anything. I've always said he had a great importance for me and my football career. That's according to Oilon. After the match yesterday, former Manchester United and Real Madrid star, who now plays for Saudi Pro League club Al Nassr, played the full 90 minutes for Portugal. Oilon's 78-minute effort meant he scored in back-to-back games for the club and country after ending a 21-game goal draw against Leicester in the Premier League just last weekend. And right now, victory deserves for the Danes and their new boss, Brian Rema, where they will take the game to Lisbon on Sunday for the second leg. Second result of the matches that went down yesterday, a last-minute goal by Vinicius Jr. secured Brazil's 2-1 win over Colombia in the World Cup qualifying yesterday, helping his team and millions of fans avoid more disappointment. A draw would have seen Brazil slump to 6th in the South African standings. Instead, Brazil moved to second spot behind Argentina after Vinicius Jr.'s lone-range goal. The top 6 teams are guaranteed spot at next year's World Cup in Canada, the United States, and Mexico. And so the victory released some pressure on Brazil's coach Dorival Jr. ahead of next week's game against Argentina. The 5-time champions have never missed a World Cup. Lionel Scaloni's Argentina scored as 25 points after 12 games, 4 points clear of Brazil, who have 21 points from 13 games, and is close to securing his place in the 2026 World Cup. And yes, quickly giving you the rundown of all the fixtures and the result of the matches that were played yesterday, Thursday. I already mentioned to you that Denmark were 1-0 winners over Portugal. Turkey played at a 3-1 win over Hungary in the UEFA Nations League playoff. Austria played at a 1-1 draw against Serbia. Greece lost at home to Scotland. Ukraine were 3-1 winners over Belgium, while in Group B and C, Armenia lost to Georgia. Bulgaria lost to the Republic of Ireland. Kosovo defeated Ireland 2-1. Slovakia played at a 0-0 draw against Slovenia. Croatia were 2-0 winners over France, guys. Quickly give you the recap of this match and how it went down yesterday night. France captain Kylian Mbappe's run to the national team side ended in a shock defeat against Croatia in their Nations League quarterfinal first leg. Ante Bodemir header bounced off France goalkeeper Mike Magnan and spun into the net as the host took the 26th-minute lead. Former Tottenham winger Ivan Perisic also fired home his crisp finish into the bottom corner to increase the advantage in the first half added time, and that was how the game ended. France now face a tough start to turn the game around on Sunday at the second leg, where it will be staged at the Stade de France. Italy also lost 1-2 to Germany yesterday night. Another intriguing match right there in Italy. Germany recovered from a goal down to record their first away victory over Italy in 39 years in the team's Nations League quarterfinal first leg. Sandro Tonali, who helped Newcastle beat Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final Sunday, opened the scoring with the first-time finish after Jonathan Tah had cleared Matteo Politano's cross away from his path, but Germany responded well after Leon Goretzka twice went close to an equalizer before the break, and half-time substitute Tim Klestin headed the visitors' level in the second period from Joshua Kimmich's delivery. Moise Kean sent a fierce effort over the crossbar, and Germany goalkeeper Oliver Baumann denied Gianco Raspadoni with the overstretched leg before Goretzka headed in another Kimmich cross to complete the turnaround with 14 minutes remaining in the game yesterday. And yesterday as well, Netherlands also played at a 2-2 draw against Spain. Arsenal's Mikel Merino scored a stoppage time equalizer to end Spain a draw against the Netherlands in their Nations League quarterfinal first leg. Second half substitute Merino converted from close range after Brighton goalkeeper Bart Verbruggen had parried Nico Williams' low shot into his path. Williams had earlier given Luis de Fuentes, European champion, the first half lead with a smart finish after Dutch fullback Jorge Alto had lost possession deep into the second half, and the Netherlands responded well and equalized before the hour mark when Liverpool forward Cody Gakpo powered home a low shot from Bournemouth's attacker Justin Kluivert's pass. Merino's late goal stretches Spain's unbeaten run now continues to 17 matches since that 1-0 friendly defeat by Colombia in March last year. And in the CAF World Cup qualifiers, were 3-1 winners over Guinea-Bissau. Zimbabwe played at a 2-2 draw against Benin Republic. Cape Verde defeated Mauritius 1-0. Libya played at a 1-0 draw against Angola. Gabon defeated Seychelles 3-0. Gambia played at a 3-0 draw against Kenya. Mozambique defeated Uganda 3-1. Namibia defeated Malawi away from 1-0. Comoros played out 0-3, losing at home to Mali. And a couple of other matches went down in the AFC World Cup qualifiers as well, where you got the likes of Iran defeating United Arab Emirates, Qatar defeating Korea Democratic Republic, South Korea played out a 1-0 draw against Oman, Iraq defeated played out a 2-0 draw against Kuwait, Jordan were 3-1 winners over Palestine, and Australia were 5-1 winners over Indonesia. Japan defeated Bahrain 2-0. Saudi Arabia defeated China 1-0, and the CONCACAF Nations League, United States lost at home to Panama. Games to go down later today. Don't forget I'll be back here later this in 5 p.m. down to 6 p.m. on the Sports Talk Show. But quickly, Malta will be hosting Finland at about 8:45 p.m. Nigerian time. Poland will be hosting Lithuania. Cyprus will be hosting San Marino. Romania will be playing against Bosnia and Herzegovina. In Group K, you have Andorra up against Latvia. England will be hosting Albania. And all this coming through from that game is the fact that the head coach has now dropped 3 strikers to face Albania. It's been said that England head coach Mastuki has left Morgan Giswai, Jarrell Kwanzaa, and also Aaron Ramsey out of his match day squad for this evening's qualifier against Albania at Wembley. Nottingham Forest made sure that Giswai was not included in Tuchel's original squad or scored up when Chelsea Kopama pulled out. UEFA states that a manager can only select 23 players in his squad for the fixture. Tuchel already selected 26 players for these games versus Albania and Lithuania, meaning he had to cut 3 out for each game. So yes, we already know the 3 players that will not be part of the game later this evening. Andorra will also be hosting Latvia mentioned. Thailand will be hosting Afghanistan. Northern Ireland will be hosting Switzerland. And in the competition of African football qualifiers, Burkina Faso will be hosting Djibouti in Group A. Ethiopia will be hosting Egypt in Group A as well. Group B, you have Congo Democratic Republic hosting South Sudan. While in Group C, Rwanda will be hosting Nigeria. South Africa will be hosting Lesotho. Niger will be hosting Morocco. Ivory Coast travel to Burundi. Algeria travel to Botswana. Somalia travel to Guinea. Sao Tome will be traveling to Equatorial Guinea. And Ghana will be hosting Chad Republic later this evening. CONCACAF semi-finals as well. Mexico were also 2 new winners over Canada. And in the Nigerian Premier Football League, games will be going down this afternoon as well, when Nasarawa United will be hosting Enugu Rangers 3 p.m. Nigerian time. Sports in a Jiffy right here on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. And this is how much we're taking on the show for this morning. And thanks for being a part of the show. Don't forget I'll be back here later this evening on the Sports Talk Show. 1 hour of banter, 1 hour of rage, 1 hour of views, reviews, and all of the interviews. It's going to be just football, talking football matters on the show. I'll see you when I see you. Don't forget to stay sporty, stay active, drink enough water to stay hydrated. I did Jajibo signing out. Good morning.
From the greens of golf to the court of tennis and basketball, the Octagon